Right. I'm just going to come in there and let's address Maruti's earnings on your screen. The profit, according to agencies, this is on a standalone basis, has come in at 1,170 crores. So that definitely is below what the street was factoring in. Remember, we were working with expectations of close to 1,700 crores, which would have been an uptick of about 31% on a year-on-year basis. Waiting by for details as well as to what the impact is going to be, particularly on the operational performance, because that is something that the street is closely looking at. Okay, you've got the revenue figure at 24,023 crore rupees. That has been a bit of a beat or around what the street was expecting, actually pretty much in line, 23,918 crores. So it's nearly a 30% uptick that you can see in terms of the revenue growth on a year-on-year basis. I think the PAT number is at 1,166 crore rupees, net profit figure. So that, yes, definitely is a little bit below what the street was penciling in. But Mubina, all eyes, I think, as to what happens on the operational front too.
Well, yeah, see, on a year-on-year basis, there has been a good beat. I mean, I'm just seeing the press release. We are yet to calculate the EBITDA. But the EBIT is showing quite a nice uptick, the operating EBIT on a year-on-year basis. The operating EBIT, let me tell our viewers, it's around 1,250 crores, a good uptick. Volumes as well, unsurprisingly, 28% higher, and that's going to lead to a bump up in the top line as well. But when we talk about, the performance on a sequential basis, which I suppose in times like these does gain a bit more prominence as opposed to year-on-year, even though there are all these factors. There has been a bit of a dip. Of course, in the previous quarter, you need to understand that, we had the whole festive season momentum as well. But yeah, there has been a slight bit of a dip. In fact, more or less flattish. Let's understand these numbers a bit more in depth. We have Vivek Iyer joining us with more. Hi, Vivek. Your overall take on the numbers, I suppose. When it comes to auto names, the revenue is more or less always in line. So it boils down to the margin performance, to the PAT performance as well. So what's your take on the overall numbers?
Looking at the first take of the results, it appears as though the numbers have missed significantly when it comes to the margin front. Remember, we've been highlighting the fact that given the fact that raw material costs are significantly higher, there actually is a bit of a concern when it comes to margin. And when you're talking about the margins have come in much lower. The EBITDA margin has come in at close to 8.3% versus an estimate of close to 9.1% that the street was working with. So anything around 9% would have been looked at as good numbers as far as the margin performance was concerned. However, 8.3% is something that has been a significant miss when you're talking about the margin performance of Maruti Suzuki. Not completely unexpected. Remember, commodity costs is something that have been a bit of a damper, especially when you're talking about the high raw material costs. Also, when you're talking about the commentary, it appears as though the company has said due to the second wave flow, they've actually seen quite a bit of production halts as well as significant underperformance when it comes to the sales. Still yet to look at the numbers. Revenues are in line, as you rightly mentioned. Margins are a miss, and that is the reason why you're seeing quite a big miss as far as the profitability is concerned. So overall, a miss as far as Maruti in this particular quarter is concerned, mainly due to the margin underperformance.
Margin is going to be the key pinch point for the for investors of Maruti this time. It's a far cry from that 9% estimated figure. The stock as well has actually, by the way, dipped very, very sharply in response to that. I believe we are now joined by Mitul Shah of Reliance Securities to talk about these numbers. Hi, Mitul. A word on the margins, because it's been a big miss, coming in at just, about 8.3%.
Yeah, it's very disappointing margin performance. 8.3% is much below the street expectation of around 9%. However, considering the product mix, which is very favorable during the quarter in terms of higher volumes from the SUV segment, we were even higher in terms of margin estimate. We expecting 10.3% kind of EBITDA margin, so it is almost 200 basis lower than our estimate. We believe that whatever company has taken price hike roughly in the range of 1 to 1.5% previous quarter as well as beginning of April also is much below whatever is required to pass on the cost escalation. At the same time, competition also seems to be very clear in terms of companies' pricing power is much lower despite such a decent volume growth. And volume uptick along with the product mix couldn't help. That is showing the signs that industry has become kind of a very competitive recently with the new launches by various players like Kia and Hyundai. And that has continued impacting margins back to back since last 2-3 quarters despite volumes recovery.
Going by that figure, it's definitely coming in as a bit of a miss for Maruti on the EBITDA front. Let's get in a view from, we've also got Ashwin Patil as well joining in on the line. Ashwin, given that we were working with expectations of fairly tempered margins this time around, largely on account of the impact of the higher commodity prices, and it has come in well below that at 8.3%, do you think that this sort of a crunch in margins is here to stay for some time to come for Maruti?
In this quarter also we have seen commodity price escalation from steel as well as the precious metals, and that has actually more than offset the good product mix that we have seen in this quarter tilted towards the SUVs, and also the price hike that the company had taken. The RM price hike has actually more than offset what the company has, they had endeavors for maintaining the margins or improving the margins. So that is the biggest disappointment that we are seeing in this quarter as well. We were going with somewhere near 9.5% EBITDA margin, but it has come significantly below our expectations. And definitely going forward, we need to see, because this quarter will be impacted by the severe pandemic second wave. So maybe this quarter as well to start with FY22, we think that it has not started on a good note.
Oh yes, indeed. Just looking at the stock price as well of Maruti as of now, sort of holding on to the green at 66.57. That's where it's currently at in today's trading session, reacting post its quarterly numbers. And what would be your outlook, Ashwin, as to how you're reading into the other numbers in terms of the revenue figure that has come in this time around? That has been fairly healthy, you could say, at about 24,023 crore rupees, and that PAT at about 1166 crores is a little bit below what the street had penciled in.
Have come quite in line, slightly below our expectations, but that's fine, because we have seen a good jump in the volume numbers in this quarter. But coming back to PAT, again it was impacted because of the lower than expected EBITDA margin, and that is how the profitability has got impacted rather than the top line in this quarter.
Okay, thanks so much, gentlemen. Just a few details from their press release. Yes, they have acknowledged the adverse commodity prices for the margins, as well as the lower fair value gains on invested surplus, and spoken about how cost reduction has helped keep preventing margins from falling further, as well as the lower sales promotion expenses and the increased selling prices. In terms of their highlights, their overall sales volumes in the quarter gone by stands at about 4.92 lakh vehicles. That's been down about 0.7% on a year-on-year basis. So that's the view coming in on Maruti after reacting to its muted set of numbers. The stock is well quiet at about 66.57. All right, so that's the view coming in on the quarterly numbers. Just a quick glance at the markets at 14,631. We'll slip into a very short break. Be right back on Closing Trades.